A hail storm this big, and there's some pictures outside as it was coming down. Did we have any broken windows in our parking lot, Stephanie?
Know of at this point, but we have gotten lots of reports of broken windows elsewhere in the metro area, and we've got pictures too, so we'll be showing those periodically during the newscast.
All right, Ethan and I are going to catch our breath and get a drink of water, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay, thanks, David.
I'll tell you what, Stephanie and David, we've got windows blown out, we've got cars dented, and rooftops seriously damaged. Man, listen to that hail. A hailstorm this afternoon was rough on the Jackson Metro. Good evening, I'm Darren Dito.
And I'm Stephanie Maxwell. We have reports of an MHP car with shattered glass on I-20. And you heard David mention this softball-sized hail slammed several cars on the highways in the South Jackson area. This is video of the hail pounding Clinton. And for downtown Jackson, people were running for cover when the hailstorm came crashing in. 16 WAPT's Aaron Kelly continues our team coverage on High Street.
I'm Aaron Kelly on High Street in Jackson. The storm is roaring up the street here. You can hear the wind, and that sound that you hear above us, that's the hail coming down on the gas station. This is one of the pieces of the hail right here. We're going to continue to follow the storm around the area. In Jackson, Aaron Kelly, 16 WAPT News.
And there's some more of that hail that Aaron was just talking about. That's High Street, right near the State Fairgrounds in Jackson. And you can see that pounding rain and, of course, those huge pieces of ice slamming any cars that were exposed. And you notice a lot of cars were trying to get to gas stations to get to those awnings so they can get their cars covered. Now, after the storms passed, almost a blanket of ice on lawns across the metro. The hail is littering the ground, piling up in some places. And that is actually the 16 WAPT parking lot. And you can see it looks like just little chunks of ice in the grass and also on the ground. We checked with Entergy, and they are reporting a bunch of power outages in Hinds County right now. The latest numbers show about 1,900 customers without power, but there are just less than 100 outages for Rankin and Madison counties combined. This is a good time to remind you about that upgraded 16 WAPT app. You can upload weather pictures, including your hail pictures, to the ULocal section of WAPT.com with just a click of the button. Just go to your app store and choose 16 WAPT. And remember, you can always get the latest weather updates on our website, WAPT.com. Well, this is new tonight. Jackson police say they are opening an internal investigation after a fight at the St. Patty's Parade.
Yes, Stephanie, this all started with a man calling those officers the N-word. 16 WAPT's Tammy Eswick is live here tonight. And Tammy, what happened?
Well, Darren, Jackson police claimed Zachary McGee already had cuts on his head from a previous fight before altercation with police. In the video, you can see family members trying to calm McGee down. Now, that's McGee wearing a green shirt with his back to the camera. In the video, you can hear him yell the N-word at the officers. That's when you see the officer closest to the camera hit McGee with his baton in the head. We asked JPD if it's appropriate to hit a suspect.
Do you think your officer hit this man because he called him the N-word?
No. He was trying to take this individual into custody. Obviously, he was being very disorderly, and again, he had already been in a fight with two other people before the officers even got there.
If you, I guess that's all I said.
Can you see how that might make somebody upset?
Yes, ma'am. But they reacted to a racial slur inappropriately.
And Darren, the 22-year-old claims that before the police got on the scene, two other men jumped him, but he says he doesn't know why. Jackson police say they are still investigating the incident. No word on whether the officers who hit him will face any discipline.
Well,
Darren?
It's a shame to have something like that on such a festive day.
Absolutely.
I understand there were some other arrests, though, also.
That's correct. Jackson police say close to 80,000 people were downtown for the St. Patty's Day Parade. They say they made 9 arrests. 1 was on drug-related charges. The other 9 for disorderly conduct. Darren?
All right, Tammy Eswick live for us. Thank you.
No problem.
Well, tonight, the organizers of this weekend's Mao St. Patty's Parade are still counting up all of the cash that was earned. Today, Hal & Mal's closed its doors for lunch as they finish adding up receipts. Thousands of dollars raised in the parade this weekend will go to help Blairy Batson Children's Hospital. Jackson police believe they had about 80,000 people downtown.
But just walking through Capitol Street, you had almost 6 people deep. Absolutely incredible. You know, we've heard that JPD released a number of about 80,000. We've heard some people say 70,000. I mean, if those numbers are in fact the case, that's a record year.
And this is only the beginning of the fun for Jackson. On Thursday, the Sweet Potato Queens invade Fondren with their Zippity-Doo-Dah parade. Well, Vicksburg police have sent some skeletal remains to the state crime lab here to be identified. The remains were found in a wooded area around 5:30 p.m. on Friday in a shallow grave on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard near Thompson Street. Police say a crew excavating the area made that discovery. Investigators aren't sure how long the remains had been there or if they belonged to a man or a woman. Anyone with information about this case is asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is always 601-355-TIPS. Several people were arrested in Ridgeland after a fight broke out at the reservoir. Ridgeland's police chief says a spring break party at the reservoir this past weekend turned into a fist fight. 9 people in all were arrested at Old Trace Park, but no other details were released. Witnesses we spoke with say about 100 people were out partying in that area. There were also reports of a helicopter circling when police were called to the res. Well, authorities in Warren County are looking for a killer tonight. Stephanie has more on that from the studio.
Well, grief counselors were at Vicksburg High School, Darren, to help students and teachers deal with the death of 17-year-old Camarvin Stamps. Police found the teen's body early Saturday morning on Gibson Road. They say he had been shot once in the head. As 16 WAPT's Andrew Kinsey reports, school leaders aren't taking any chances with security as police work to track down his killer.
Students at Vicksburg High School came back from spring break Monday to beefed up security on campus.
Until something is finalized, I'd rather just make sure that my employees and my kids are safe.
Extra officers on campus after a spring break drive-by killed 17-year-old Camarvin Stamps.
He was very likable, great personality, great loss.
Stamps is the 5th student to die from the Vicksburg Warren School District this year. Investigators say the shooting happened early Saturday morning on Gibson Road.
When officers arrived on the scene, they found this young man that appeared to be suffering from a gunshot wound to the head.
Detectives say Stamps was walking with a relative around midnight when somebody in a black truck pulled up, had words, and then opened fire on the teen.
As the vehicle sped off, shots were fired from the vehicle, striking Stamps.
Stamps died later at UMC from a gunshot wound to his head. The sheriff says it's unclear if Stamps was the intended target, but until police make an arrest, school leaders are on high alert.
I don't know if it's going to spill on campus or not. I'm hoping it doesn't, but I'm not going to wait to see. I'm going to be proactive.
Superintendent Dr. Elizabeth Swinford says until Stamps' killer is caught, the heightened security will stay in place district-wide. In Vicksburg, Andrew Kinsey, 16 WAPT News.
If you know anything that can help police with this case, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 601-355-TIPS. The Republican Party is blasting the Republican Party. The GOP is out with a scathing self-examination and calls for an all-out effort to appeal to minority voters. 16 WAPT's Sally Kidd is in Washington with the story.
Stephanie, this is all about winning elections. The RNC says the party needs to be more inclusive if it's going to broaden its appeal to these key voting blocs.
We had to be honest with ourselves and with our voters.
The grand old party, too often described as the party of stuffy old men, the RNC chair says.
Narrow-minded, out of touch.
The party lost big in the November elections.
It was a wake-up call.
Here's the fix-it plan. 219 recommendations offering a fresh start for the GOP. Topping the list, winning over minority voters. It's a $10 million a year effort with hundreds of boots on the ground, strumming up support household by household.
The RNC cannot and will not write off any demographic, community, or region of this country.
The new approach includes a call to champion immigration reform, recruit minority candidates, and expand the Republican footprint at historically black colleges. In response to the RNC plan,
the new Republican Party.
A Democratic super PAC rolled out a web video pointing out past promises by RNC leadership to remake the grand old party, plans that resulted in the same old party. The White House offered up this assessment.
Embracing policies the public does not support or aggressively rejects makes it more difficult to earn the public's support.
Now, the RNC's plan also calls for reducing the number of primary debates and holding the party's convention earlier in the summer. On Capitol Hill, Sally Kidd, 16 WAPT News. Stephanie.
Sally, thank you. The RNC says the recommendations came from a task force made up of respected party leaders who tapped the opinions of 50,000 rank-and-file members. Well, spring officially starts this week on Wednesday, but you wouldn't know it if you were in Fargo, North Dakota today. A blizzard is in full swing. Snowy roads are creating slippery conditions for drivers. There's no travel advisory in effect in some areas. High wind and blowing snow are creating areas of zero visibility. All right, let's go back to the chief, David Hartman, to tell us where that storm is right now.
Well, the good news is the trend continues to be the activity is shifting to the east and southeast of the Jackson area, and we're not getting the hail reports that we were getting a short time ago. Good news. All right, the full forecast for the next couple of days is coming up.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton joins the debate about same-sex marriage. She explains why she's for it next. You're watching 16 WAPT live at 5.
The Associated Press Best Newscast in Mississippi and an Emmy Award for Best Newscast in the Southeast region. This is 16 WAPT News, the one to watch.
Wilson Kia is in full bloom with spring savings. The sky is bluer and the grass is greener in a 2013 Kia Soul. Just $16,990 or $179 a month.
Where there's a Wilson, there's a way. At Wilson Kia, I'll like one.
I can feel a change. No, I am not the same. I'm lucky to be here with you. This feels right, feels so right. With you by my side, life is rosy.
Hi, I'm Ken Schultz from Humana. Did you know that Medicare now rates all health and prescription drug plans based on the plan's quality and performance? These ratings help you know how good a job our plan is doing based on how members rate Humana services and care. The ratings also show how well our doctors detected illnesses to keep our members healthy, and how Humana helps our members use recommended and safe prescription medications. I'm proud that for 2013, our Humana Gold Plus HMO received an overall rating of 4.5 out of 5 stars and is the only overall 4.5 stars rated plan in Mississippi. Humana Gold Plus has a $0 monthly plan premium with all the benefits you've come to expect with Humana. It's the right plan for today's economy. So if you're aging into Medicare or qualify for a special election period and want to find out more, call us at 800-328-2928.
See that giant tent in Miss Kelly's parking lot? It's filled with unbelievable deals on floor samples, closeouts, manufacturer buyouts, first quality furniture at up to 70% off. And new pieces are being added every day. Shop Miss Kelly's tent early and shop often for the best selection. Beds, sofas, sectionals, recliners, chairs, and more. Then take a year to pay interest-free. Bring your truck or we'll deliver. It's the giant tent sale going on this week at Miss Kelly's. You don't want to miss this sale. Wilson Kia is in full bloom with spring savings. The sky is bluer and the grass is greener in a 2013 Kia Soul. Just $16,990 or $179 a month.
Where there's a Wilson, there's a way. At Wilson Kia, I'll like one.
You're watching 16 WAPT News live at 5 with Mississippi's only Emmy Award-winning news team, Stephanie Maxwell, Darren Tito, and Weather with Chief Meteorologist David Hartman. This is 16 WAPT News, the one to watch.
Live look outside. Windward Bluff Skycam, improving conditions from the west, and look how it's the calm after the storm, and there's still some rain and storms around the area. One more Skycam view for you, and you can see the sun out here, and outside we have the sun out. It looks like all the hail has melted off the ground here at the TV station. Rough there for a short time between 4 and 5 o'clock as that hailstorm moved right across. Had a viewer call in and said he thought the hailstorm that I was referring to during the coverage occurred in the middle of April 1991. He may be right. I haven't had a chance to, I did a quick look and couldn't find it. Thought I knew where it was, but you know how it is. You think you know where something is at the house. I went into the weather office and I can't find it. You know, we kind of got disrupted a couple weeks ago when we had the new weather center, had to pack up and move things around. So I haven't been able to find that or confirm that. In any event, it's either very late 1988, 89, or 1991. The last time we had this type of a hailstorm move right across the metro area, not only in hail size, but the pure scope and magnitude of the area covered by the dangerous hail. So here it is, the activity shifting off to the east and southeast of the Jackson area. Not getting as many hail reports. Of course, a lot of these storms are in rural areas, but this cell is moving in right across Raleigh now, and there certainly could be some hail in Raleigh. You just have not received those reports. And it's a very heavy rainfall moving into extreme northern parts of Simpson County, and if you're in McGee and Mendenhall, it looks like you're going to be seeing a thunderstorm shortly, and there could be hail associated with that, and Simpson County is under severe thunderstorm warning with that cell. Here's a close-up view, still in far southern Rankin County. There's some heavy rain, thunder, lightning associated with that. Braxton, D-Low coming into Mendenhall right now, a thunderstorm, and certainly with that cold air in the upper atmosphere, it is very possible that they could produce hail, and there's a renegade shower out towards Elton Road and near Byram right now as this front comes into the area. You can really see where the front is. It's right along I-20. It's not one of those north-south fronts. It's kind of west-southwest to east-northeast front. So it's coming down and laying down just like that. So out ahead of the front, that's where we're triggering off these big thunderstorms. A lot of the area missed the storms. It just happened that one of the biggest storms that popped up moved right over the Jackson area. All right, over to the supercomputer now. Tomorrow that front will be to our south. We'll start off with some sunshine. There's going to be a disturbance come by later in the day, so there'll be a period of cloudiness develop tomorrow evening, and there could be a sprinkle with that. And then we'll resume with sunshine for Wednesday. So, an early evening thunderstorm, switch that. It's moved to the, I haven't had a chance to update my graphics, but to the east and southeast of the Jackson area, turning cooler overnight, 46. Clouds coming in and about 68 tomorrow, 45, perhaps a sprinkle tomorrow night, northeast wind at 10. Here's the 7-day forecast. Looks like most of the week should be pretty good. And then as we head towards the end of the week, looks like we're going to have some rain chances for the end of the week, and that could affect the weekend. So we'll have to keep an eye on the end of the week. Could be another round of rain towards the end of the week. Well, I'll tell you, rough there between 4 and 5 here in the metro area. Of course, the strongest storm now right over Raleigh, moving through Smith County.
Yeah, what a way to start the week, David. All right, thanks so much. Actress Lindsay Lohan back in court. The plea deal accepted from a car crash. Up next.
Live Storm Shield 16 radar is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. Mornings need rhythm, and 16 WAPT News sets the tone for your day. First on the air with overnight news, first on the scene, and first with the day's forecast. Don't just wake up with rhythm. 16 WAPT Morning News, the one to watch.
Wilson Hyundai's spring savings are back and blooming. Put on your sunglasses and roll down your windows and enjoy a 2013 Elantra, just $197 a month with zero due at signing.
Where there's a Wilson, there's a way. At Wilson Hyundai.
Mind Center and Trustmark welcome the Band Perry live in concert. May 5th, beginning at 6:30, Thalia-Mara Hall in Jackson. The Band Perry. Tickets are on sale now. Visit Ticketmaster.com. To learn more, visit UMMChealth.com/mind to benefit UMMC's Mind Center for Alzheimer's and Dementia Research.
The new Honda Civic, girl, that's bananas. Just got it. Shut your mouth.
Fabulous features.
I hate you.
Review camera, Pandora compatibility.
Get out.
Came standard.
No.
Yes.
Where?
You're the big spring event, Honda.
You're lying.
Seriously outstanding value.
Not possible.
Laying it on thick, don't you think? You're the worst. Ouch.
Hurry in to the really big spring event where you can get a great deal on a new Honda Civic. Hondas hold their value better than any other brand.
lucky with a Go Green Machine giveaway only at Lady Luck Casino, Vicksburg. 4 guests will win $1,000 and 1 lucky winner will drive off in a new Toyota Prius. Join in on all the action Saturday, March 30th, only at Lady Luck Casino, Vicksburg.
Congratulations to Central Hines Academy senior Dallas Townsend, selected as this week's Blitz 16 Bang Plus Scholar Athlete. Ranked 3rd in his class, Dallas, also a member of the National Honor Society. He plays football and holds a 4.0 GPA. Congratulations, Dallas Townsend.
Wilson Hyundai's spring savings are back and blooming. Put on your sunglasses and roll down your windows and enjoy a 2013 Elantra. Just $197 a month with 0 due at signing.
Where there's a Wilson, there's a way. At Wilson Hyundai.
Well, we are getting lots of pictures and video of that hailstorm that pounded our area not long ago. 16 WAPT's Aaron Kelly is live at the Honda dealership off High Street, which has a lot of damage tonight. Aaron.
We are at Paul Moak Honda right here, and down here you can see some of the hail here on the ground. It was much bigger than this when it did the damage to all of these cars here. Unbelievable. One right after another, with the back of the windshield, the back part of the car smashed in. Check it out. Down here you can even see it knocked off one of the H's on the car from the Honda dealership. They are still going around assessing the damage on all of these vehicles, but these are all right here in a row, 4 in a row. It keeps going all the way back there. And these aren't the only people that are experiencing this. We've had people coming up to us across the Jackson area telling us about what they've experienced. People that said they were out on the highway when it happened. One woman said she had children in the car with her in the back seat. Her window was smashed in. A lot of damage out there. We're hearing the same kind of reports coming out of JPD Precinct 3. We're hearing some police cars there also had some of their windows smashed in. So we're going to be tracking the damage across the area. For now, we are live in Jackson at Paul Moak Honda. Aaron Kelly, 16 WAPT News.
Very scary for a lot of drivers. All right, Aaron Kelly, thanks for that update for us. Officers are investigating the apparent suicide of a male student at the University of Central Florida in Orlando. Darren is here now to explain why it caused an evacuation. Well, we understand it all started with a fire alarm and a 911 call on campus. A school spokesperson says police went to the dorm and found a male student dead of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police also discovered assault weapons and an improvised explosion device. The Orange County Bomb Squad was called out. Classes were canceled today because of the bomb threat. We'll be right back.
Toyota Truck Month. It's a sign of a great deal. Now, right off with the year's best deal on a new American-built Tundra Crewmax TSS Edition. For a limited time, get 0% for 60 months, plus $3,500 cash for a total Toyota savings over $7,700. Hurry in, because it's not just another truck month. It's a Toyota Truck Month. Toyota, let's go places.
Aren't you bummed your team didn't make it to the Final Four?
Not really. With McDonald's Play to Win at the buzzer, everyone has a chance to win.
Play today and have millions of chances to win $100,000 cash or great prizes.
Thanks for stopping by.
What's going on?
We're just having breakfast. This house has a lot of potential.
Stake your claim to a delicious breakfast with McDonald's new Steak and Egg Burrito. Get 2 for $3.
Sharing financial success, so easy to apply, it's really the best. Proud to be a partner in your dreams. Beyond banking, see what we mean. Magnolia Federal Credit Union, achieving financial dreams. Magnolia Federal.
Right now, you can get $7,000 minimum discount on every Silverado at Herring Gear Chevy.
Wait a minute, Reed. I think you got last month's copy.
We're bringing it back, Ray. $7,000 minimum discount worked great for us.
Yes, it would. $7,000 minimum, and that's the least you can get, right?
Yeah, that's the minimum. Plus, we'll get you the most for your trade, too.
Silverado. So low, you just gotta go. Let me write that down.
Why don't I just say every Silverado in stock gets $7,000 minimum discount?
Brilliant. Genius. Roll them.
It's,
This is not the right video, but we can tell you a small plane crashed in Indiana and it's killed 2 people, including a former Oklahoma football great. Former Oklahoma University quarterback Steve Davis was one of 2 people killed Sunday when a plane crashed into a home in South Bend, Indiana. Davis played with the Sooners from 1972 to 76 and led the team to 2 national championships. Authorities say the small jet crashed into at least 3 houses Sunday afternoon. The FAA says the pilot reported a problem with electrical power on approach to the airport. Investigators say the jet took off from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and went down about 8 miles from the South Bend airport. Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal was involved in an accident this weekend. This is part of his police escort after one SUV hit a utility pole in downtown Baton Rouge. Police say a rented box truck made an illegal U-turn in front of the 2 unmarked police vehicles. The truck sideswiped the SUV that Jindal was riding in. The other SUV swerved and crashed. A trooper inside suffered minor injuries. No one else was hurt. Actress Lindsay Lohan has accepted a plea deal in a misdemeanor car crash case. She pleaded no contest today to reckless driving, lying to police, and obstructing officers who were investigating the accident involving the actress in June. The judge says Lohan will be sentenced to 90 days in rehab, 30 days of community labor, and 18 months of psychological therapy. Lohan was on probation when her sports car crashed while on her way to film a shoot. We'll be right back.
My dad had died of cancer. My little brother died of cancer.
Scott's mother had colon cancer. Looked at Scott and said, "Have you ever had a colonoscopy?" And he said, "No." So I said, "You're getting one now."
To hear that I had colon cancer is not why I was there.
I talked with Scott and recommended we proceed with robotic surgery.
Within 5 days of finding out I had cancer, they went in there and got it all out. I was scared to death, but there was something about St. Dominic's made me feel like everything was going to be okay.
For the first time, Barksdale Cadillac has 0% financing for 60 months on the all-new Cadillac XTS.
Or pay just $399 per month.
The 2013 North American Car of the Year, the new Cadillac ATS, also has 0% financing.
Or pay just $299 per month.
Luxury truly is affordable with 0% for 60 months, and I've got that at Barksdale Cadillac.
I should have called. Is that what you'll say when the BP oil spill settlement deadline passes? I should have called? If you're a Mississippi business owner and experienced even a modest decrease